All right. Once again, what is up out there, my fellow patriots? How y'all doing out there in America, land of the free, home of the brave? It's me, the Wicked Wizard, back with another video. This one is wild, 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 wild. Um, I'm not even sure how to get into this, but I guess we'll just start. First of all, Kamala Harris over here has been saying some weird stuff, which is totally untrue. But I guess, let's check it out here. She says, well, let's take a listen.
He said he will target and punish those who disagree with him or refuse to bend to his will.
Okay, when did Donald Trump ever say that? that would be number one, because I don't ever remember Donald Trump saying anything like that. But anyway, let's go. Let's continue.
He calls these Americans the enemy within.
Okay, yeah. Donald Trump called people like you, Kamala's, and all the people who have been trying to arrest him, take away all his money, his buildings, and trying to kill him. The media, yeah, you are the enemy from within. Okay, so let's continue. He's not talking about regular Americans.
And says that he would use the American military to go after American citizens.
Okay. Once again, Donald Trump never said that. Donald Trump did make such a reference. He was talking about what happens if it gets too out of control on election day, like it did in 2016, how they burned down Washington. And he's thinking that it might be even crazier this time because you lefties are violent as you know what? AF, right? So he was talking about, National Guard, even military, if necessary, to protect America from being burnt to the ground by you sick lefties. But okay, let's continue.
Journalists whose stories he doesn't like.
Never said that.
Nonpartisan election officials who
Once again, no, no, no. That's not what he said. But okay.
refused to cheat by finding a few extra votes for him.
Okay, here we go once again. Donald Trump never asked anybody to cheat. He asked people to look into all the mail-in voting in 2020 that wasn't verified. How all the states just changed their mail-in voting rules without the state legislation being involved, which is the way it's supposed to be. So he was saying, hey, can you maybe find some of these votes that don't have signatures or matching signatures, or they're from dead people, things like that. But okay, let's continue.
Judges who insist on following the law instead of following him.
Now that one is really really rich, because you say Judge Merchan and that other wacko judges in New York. You must listen to those judges, but the Judge Eileen Canyon down there in Florida, who threw out the supposed legal documents case, you can't trust her, and you certainly can't trust the Supreme Court justices. They're all a bunch of yeah, un-American, whatever. So they only trust judges, or say trust judges and like judges when they get a result in their favor. If they don't, then they attack those judges. So yeah, okay, whatever. Fake Kamala. Let's go ahead.
It is for reasons like these that General Mark Milley, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Donald Trump's top general, has called Trump, and I quote, fascist to the core.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So General Mark Milley, you remember that guy who he wants to understand white rage himself because he's white, and he allows all the trans nonsense into the army. And by the way, when Donald Trump ordered all the troops out of Syria, lied to the president. Donald Trump, the commander in chief, he lied and said he did. When they did, that man committed treason, and so Donald Trump doesn't like him. So of course he says some stupid crap about Donald Trump. But whatevs. Okay.
And it is clear Donald Trump is increasingly unstable and unhinged,
Right. Okay.
and will stop at nothing to claim unchecked power for himself.
Wow. For himself, huh? May I remind you that Donald Trump could be off on a beach somewhere with his supermodel wife, laying on a beach and just not having to worry about anything. But instead, he is trying to, save America from lunatics like Kamala over here, you Marxist, you know what? And you notice all the lawsuits came out 3 days after he announced he was running again. So if Donald Trump was only cared about himself, why in the world would he run for president and risk his life and 700 years in jail for bogus made up charges and felonies that were not such felonies that nobody's ever been convicted of before? So, yeah, the only people that care about themselves is you, Kamala. And, well, all your Democrat friends, obviously. But, hey, that's.
He wants to send the military after American citizens.
All right. So you heard that, you seen that, right? So she's saying that Donald Trump wants to send a military after American citizens. I'm sorry about that. So he's the one. She's the one saying that Donald Trump wants to use the military against American citizens. Well, have you seen this? Have you seen this? DOD Directive 524001. Well, let's take a look at it. What does it say over here? DoD intelligence and intelligence-related activities and defense intelligence component assistance to law enforcement agencies and other civil authorities. What do we have here? What does this say? Assistance in responding with assets with the potential for lethality or any situation in which it is reasonably foreseeable that providing the requested assistance may involve the use of force that is likely to result in lethal force, including death or serious bodily injury. It also includes all support to civilian law enforcement officials in situations where a confrontation between civilian law enforcement and civilian individuals or groups is reasonably anticipated. Such use of force must be in accordance with DOD 5210.56, potentially as further restricted based on the specifics of the requested support. What that says there is that she has authorized the Department of Justice to authorize the military to use lethal force against Americans. This DOD directive was changed to authorize military use of lethal force on American citizens in the U.S. on American soil on September 27, 2024. Yeah, and what do you think the Democrats are planning to do with the ability to order lethal force against Americans? What can we do to stop any violence from the left? Really? So Kamala is making stuff up, saying Trump wants to use the military against Americans when her DOD, her Department of Defense, just authorized the military in the face of Kami Positasis, whatever that rule is, that says that the military cannot be used against American citizens. In the face of that, she's authorizing the use of deadly force against you and I right before an election. So I don't know, guys. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comment section below. And, until next time, peace. Oh, yeah, don't forget to get out there and vote. Cannot forget, get out there and vote Donald Trump. Let's stop this. We can't allow the military to kill us.